Good evening, everyone. How are you? So I thought I'd give you a sneak peek of our June Club Couture transfer. And I'm going to try and do it on a reverse canvas with chalk inks, because the colors I want to use only come in our chalk ink. Well, one of the colors only comes in a chalk ink color that I thought would look really nice. So we're going to try and make it permanent too. So just give me a minute here and I'm going to share to my groups and then we're going to get started. So we're going to start with, this is the main piece, which is the United States map. And on it, it says, "One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." And then it's got some little, like rays coming off of it. And what's nice is, if you look at them, the outline matches up perfectly with the tops and the bottom. Okay? And then there's also a star that we're going to use in various colors. So I'm just... Hi, Joel. So I'm just getting set up here and sharing to a couple of places. Give me one quick second. And then we'll get started here. So for those of you who are not familiar with Chalk Couture is it's a silkscreen transfer with a sticky back. And I will show you that when I'm ready. So I've framed off what my canvas is going to be with purple tape. So this is like actually what's going to show inside the frame, because here's the frame that I made for it. So when I go to put it back on, it'll be centered in there. So the silk screen is got a fine mesh, so you can see it right through there. So anything that you see my hand through is where the chalk paste is going to go through. And everything else is going to stay solid. So I'm going to kind of center this on my canvas. So I just still haven't been able to share to my groups here. I'm just still trying to do that. So we're going to get started there first. And the colors I'm going to use in my chalk, the inks, is going to be Midnight Sky. So we've got a nice dark blue. And since I don't want to put white on white, I'm going to use Fawn. So it's got a little bit of a different color. And then red, which is our candy apple red. This one's in the 2-ounce size. Our colors come in 3 ounces. So this is our 3-ounce sizes. So I'm just trying to... Why my thing won't work, I don't know. So, oh, there we go. Now I'm finding it. So I think I want to do a kind of like a stripe effect. So I'm going to just lay down stripes of color between the 3 colors on here. So I'm going to share my things and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So there's one place I'm going to share. And then one more place and then we'll be all set to get going. So what a reverse canvas is just a canvas. Hi, Lee. Canvas frame like this that I used, and I just took the frame off, and then the wood frame I painted with acrylic paint. I chose some neutral tones to do my frames in, and so I'm going to just take this off to the side, and I've got my states centered in here. And so with our chalk inks, since they are permanent, I'm going to heat set this later on after it dries. So with the ink, you don't need to stir it. You just need some rubber spatulas is what I'm going to grab here. These are rubber scrapers. I cut these down into quarters. So I'm going to get one for each color, blue, red, and the fawn, instead of using straight white. So I'm going to just open up my jars, set the lids off to the side, because I'm going to do some different stripes of color. And because this is permanent once it's heat set, you don't want to touch, hi Cameron, you don't want to touch anything with the ink on your hands. So you want to make sure your hands are nice and clean when you're doing this. So I'm going to start with red first. Hi Joe. So I'm just going to make a stripe right across the transfer. And I'm going to go right across here too. And I'm just going to set that down. And I'm going to just lay down each stripe that I want. And I can go back in and I'm going to blend the two colors together. And with inks, you do have a little bit of play for drying time, because this doesn't dry as quickly as the chalk inks do. So I'm just going to do stripes all the way down of each color. And then when I go back, I'll blend these harsh lines in. And that's my dog coming down the stairs. But you hear her in the background. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off because I got a little bit of blue on there. And then we're going to do another stripe of white. Or I should say fawn, because that's the color it is. Okay, and then one last stripe of blue on the bottom here. And right there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to blend these two lines together, just like this. Straight across all the way so that it fills in. Wipe my finger off and blend the blue and the white. Just like that. Hi Kim, hi Catherine. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to blend the blue and the red. So fill in my gaps. And then go back and do the white. And then we're going to do the fawn and the blue. And then I'm going to just take a big scraper. Hi, Lori. And I'm just going to go straight across and scrape off that excess. And clean my scraper off after each pass. Just like that. So that one is all done. And we're going to clean up I got some ink over here on my tablecloth and I want to clean it up. So now I'm just going to lift this transfer up. Just like that. Hi, Melody. And we're going to put it in the water to let it clean off a little bit. Thanks, Melody. So I'm going to take my heat gun and dry it a little bit so I can line up It's a canvas, Lori. I took it off the frame. I'm going to do a reverse frame for it. So I want to dry this up so that I can lay the little things down for it. And this ink, I'm not sure how long it takes to dry on the canvas, but I'm hoping that's good enough. So we're gonna line these up. I gotta fuzz this one first. I'm gonna just fuzz it right on my shirt so it doesn't stick too hard. So this one, it lines up with Texas and all the states underneath. So we're gonna try and line this up as best I can. I'm trying to see it through the transfer. That looks pretty good. And since I ended, I'm going to try and pull in, I'm going to try and do stripes too here. So I'm going to start with red a little bit and then go down into blue. And I'm going to kind of swirl it across, I think. Yeah, your wood palette piece was really pretty, Lori. I loved it. So I fuzz this one. And this one lines up right across the top of here. Just like that. So I'm gonna start with some red first, I think. Oop. And I mixed some color, got some blue in my red, so I'm gonna scoop that out first. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do I'm gonna just do a little bit of red across the top here. And a little bit of red across over here. And then we're gonna go to some blue. Got a little bit of a sore throat today. I don't know why. And then we're going to do the fawn on the bottom. I touched that blue, so I don't want to get it in my thing. So, okay, so then we'll blend. I didn't prep this canvas. I haven't. Whenever I've chalked any of them, or this is the first time I've done the ink on it, so we'll see how it turns out. But when I've done the chalk, I haven't. They've turned out just fine, and then I sprayed them and sealed them afterwards, because those are going to be pieces that I'm going to sell at a craft show that I got coming up on the 7th. So let's pull this one up and see how it turned out. Oh, see, it wasn't dry enough. I might have to lay my stencil back down because it's taking up my thing here. So that's how we learn. So I think I might let it just sit and dry overnight, and then I'll lay it down again and try and see if I can match it back up. So let's see here. We're going to do blue first. I know, so do I. They did turn out kind of neat. So we're just going to do some blue across here. And then I'm going to kind of do the reverse. So we're going to do some white. I don't want to touch that blue. Oop, touched it. And I can pull the color over with my finger. And then we'll do some red right here. And a little dab there. So I missed a spot here for blue, so I'm going to pull that blue over there. And then we'll just do the blending and fill that in. And we'll do some blend in here. Okay, so let's see how this one did. I didn't stick that one down very much, so maybe this one won't pull up as bad. We'll see. Well, it pulled up a little bit, but it's still laying down, so that's not too bad. Not as bad as down here, so I might have to, I'm going to definitely have to let this dry and kind of go back over it a little bit again. And clean the transfers up, and I'm going to let it dry for a few hours, and we'll see how it turns out. But in the meantime, I'm just going to do some stars here and there around the canvas with the, I'll do a quick clean. So I'm going to do like a couple of blue ones here and there. And then I'll do a quick clean of the transfer. Let's do another one over here. So then we'll do a quick clean of the transfer. Clean it off. So it doesn't contaminate the colors. Need another Clorox wipe. Hi Michelle, how are you doing? Hoping that blue, it really stains the transfers, but that's okay. Just means they're well loved. So we'll do some red stars. We'll do one there. We'll do one over here. And one over here. And the good thing about transfers, well, these reverse canvases, they're very inexpensive. So if it doesn't turn out, you can try something different. And I can always use the frame for something different. Let's dry this off. Dry the back side off a little bit here. And then we'll do a fawn one over here. Lift it up. And let's see, we'll do one up here. I got a lot of fawn. And then we'll do one down here. Okay. So that's the reverse canvas with ink. So we'll let it dry and we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to definitely have to lay it back down and see if we can get these colors back in here for the night. But does anybody have any questions or would like to learn more about Chalk Couture? You're more than welcome to type them in. And if you have any questions, type or would like to know how to do what I'm doing, there is a link up in my description that is for my website. And there's also another link up there to join my VIP group, which I have exclusive sales in it. Hi, Sharon, Aunt Sharon. And in that group, that is for customers only. If you join that group, you'll be able to see my specials that I offer throughout the month. Each month I do something different. Currently there is a sale in there right now. And that ends the last week in May. I think it's the 28th. This is the last day to order so that I can make sure that I get all the sale specials that I'm offering. And those specials are only exclusive to me. You will not find them at any other designer. If you would like to just subscribe to my YouTube channel, I do have a link to that up there. And if anybody would like to know more about Chalk Couture, feel free to reach out to me and message me. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. We do have an awesome team. We are 500 plus strong right now, which I'm so loving. Have a great group, get lots of great inspiration. If you want to learn more, just type in join and I'll put you in our join opportunities group. And in there you'll find lots of information about Chalk Couture. If you don't have any other questions tonight, thanks for joining me and have a great night. I'll see you on the next one.